UFC fight night. Lewis versus Teixeira is happening 2 nights from now. We're going to do a very fast predictions video. We're not going to go super into depth. I made some previous videos about fights that I was kind of excited for, so you can watch those and get a better understanding. But this first fight, Klein versus Martinez, I don't care about this fight. I'm usually on my phone when these low-level women's fights are happening. But for this one, we're going to pick Klein just because the massive odds. I mean, that's what I've learned for like women's fights. If there's like massive odds for one over the other, you go with the odds makers on this one. So we're going to pick Klein. If you want to lose money and you want to fuck up your parlay, then by all means, go with Martinez. A little 5'2" Mexican girl over Klein. I think Klein's going to dominate. So, yeah, we're going with Klein. Next fight, Ramirez versus Davis. Another big, massive odds fight. The bookies are picking Mike Davis. I'm also picking Mike Davis. Mitch Ramirez, he's only had 2 losses. And granted, he lost to fucking CP. Shout out to CP. I'm just kidding. Shout out to Carlos Prates, man. He knocks out Mitch Ramirez in the Contender Series. And then he loses to, I think, Thiago Moises. I think that's where it's Thiago out. No, it's Moises. Yeah, he's kind of mid. I'm going to pick Mike Davis for this one. I'm not going to go super into technical stuff. Takedown, defense, accuracy. We're not going to go into this. Just pick Mike Davis, okay? That's who I'm picking. Move on to the next. The first fight that I care about. Kennedy Nzechukwu versus Walter Walker. I made a short video about this one. A lot of people seem to be picking Kennedy just because of the striking. Just because they're basing Walter Walker's first fight with Brzeski saying he looked like complete ass, and he did, but he was very fat and out of shape. In his last 2 fights, he was really in good shape, and he got back-to-back heel hooks. I think he's going to be able to take Nzechukwu down, because Nzechukwu down's been taken down by really small guys at light heavyweight. He got taken down by Paul Craig, who fights at middleweight sometimes. So I think a 6'6", big, 250-pound, 245-pound Walter Walker's going to take down Kennedy. And if he doesn't get a submission, then all he has to do is just lay on top of him and get the decision. So either submission or decision for Walter Walker. I think there's an easy pick. You know, I don't understand why he's a minus 200 favorite, but let people waste their money, I guess. Next fight, another fight I don't give a single shit about. Lauren Murphy versus Eduardo Mora. Lauren Murphy, she's old, isn't she? Yeah, man, she's 41. I didn't even know she was still in the UFC. She looks like a West Virginia meth addict. You know, like you go to a gas station and she's usually there begging for some spare change or for like a $10 bill. You got some spare change for me, sir? You got a $10 bill for me? She doesn't have any teeth because, you know, she does crystal meth. You got a $10 bill I could borrow, sir? So yeah, we're not picking fucking Lauren Murphy. We're going to pick Eduardo Mora. She's got the youth. She's got the height. She's a little behind on reach, but she's Brazilian. Some of these Brazilians, you know, they train a lot harder than these Ohio Motel 6 prostitutes. She got pieced up by Andrade. Bad. I remember that fight. She looked horrible in that fight. She looked like a popped cherry, like her face. So yeah, we're gonna go with Eduardo Mora for that one. Next fight, Jake Matthews versus Chidi Njokuani. This is a very tricky one, and I'm probably going to get this one wrong, and I'm prepared to lose on this one, but I'm picking Jake Matthews. He doesn't have the height advantage. He doesn't have the reach advantage. But, you know, he takes you down. And Chidi's just a pure striker. I think he's Australian, too. I think Jake is just going to take him down and lay on top of him for a comfortable decision victory. But he could get brutally knocked out. That could happen. There's a big height discrepancy here. So, big reach discrepancy, but the age also favors Jake. Jake's been fighting in the UFC for a long time now, too. He's got a lot of experience, and that's why I'm going to pick him, even though the bookies are leaning towards Cheaty. I might get that one wrong. That might be the first one I get wrong. But my heart says to pick Jake. Next fight, Griffin versus Curtis. I'm going to pick Chris Curtis for this one. He's got a lot of experience. He's been robbed, man. He's got some bad decisions in there. Let's look at some of these decisions. The Kopylov fight, he lost. Brendan Allen, you see a lot of split decisions. That Imavov fight, I remember that one. That was unfortunate. But Max Griffin's kind of shit himself, so I'm just going to pick Chris Curtis. I don't really care much for this fight, so I didn't make like a video for it. I didn't go too much into depth. I just have a feeling that Chris Curtis is probably going to win over Griffin. He's got 31 wins, 12 defeats. Max Griffin's 20 wins, 11 defeats. Yeah, pick Chris Curtis for that one. Next, we go to the main card, Junior Tafa versus Tuco Tacos. I'm picking Junior Tafa. I think Tuco Tacos is the worst light heavyweight in the roster right now. Junior Tafa himself is garbage, but he was garbage at heavyweight. He might be really good at light heavyweight for all we know. He might be a lot faster. I saw that picture of him where he looks shredded. He looks in good shape. And that's the first fight that you have to conquer, being in good shape. So I think some of that power that he has at heavyweight is going to transition quite well at light heavyweight. The only win I remember of him getting was Parker Porter. And I remember he lost to, was it De Lima? Yeah, it was De Lima by the leg kicks. Marcos Rogerio De Lima. Then he lost to Walter Walker with the heel hook. But I think he will beat Tuco Tacos. I think he loses to like 90% of the rest of the roster at light heavyweight. But Tuco Tacos, he's going to win over. So yeah, I'm picking Junior Tafa. Next, Vitor Petrino, Austin Lane. I made a short video about this one. I'm picking Vitor Petrino. Austin Lane is undoubtedly the worst heavyweight in the roster, similar to Tuco Tacos. But Vitor Petrino, he had a good run up until he ran against Lionheart and Dustin Jacoby. But other than that, he knocked out Modestas Bukauskas. He's got a good check left hook. And I think Austin Lane gets knocked out by everyone. He does get knocked out by everyone. And he goes to decision against Robelis de Spain. He can't even finish the guy on the ground. He got brutally knocked out by Mario Pinto. I think he's going to get knocked out by Vitor Petrino. I think Vitor Petrino is going to win. Minus 700 might be a little crazy. It could be like minus 300. That would make more sense. But yeah, pick Vitor Petrino. That's who I'm going for. And by the way, when I say pick Vitor Petrino, don't take advice from me. Don't take gambling advice from me, okay? It's your money. It's your choice. Don't pick who I pick for that reason. If you're even watching this video, I don't get any fucking views anyways. So, I'm picking Vitor Petrino. You pick Austin Lane if you want. If you think he's the GOAT, right? He's got all the advantages. 6'6", 80-inch reach. He's just terrible. He's just absolutely terrible. He gets knocked out by fucking Justin Tafa. Yeah, you're bad. So, next fight. Nate Landwehr versus Morgan Charrier. I'm going to go with Charrier. I don't like this fight. I don't care for this fight. But, he's got some decent wins. He's like he wins some, he loses some. And Nate Landwehr, let me see his recent fights. I don't pay much attention to Nate Landwehr. Ooh, he gets knocked out by a fucking Korean. Doohoo Choi. He loses to Dan Ige, who's like 5'6". Ah, man. This guy's Korean, right? Choi, yeah. Choi's a Korean name. If you're getting knocked out by Koreans, then I'm going to pick the black guy to knock you out. All right? No offense, but yeah, Morgan Charrier, that's who I'm picking. And you have to have these considerations in, like, oh, nationality doesn't matter when picking fights. It does, okay? It does matter. It's like a big thing. Next fight, Calvin Kattar versus Steve Garcia. I'm picking Steve Garcia to knock the fuck out of Calvin Kattar. I can't believe these odds, man. This guy, he knocks out so many people. He knocked out Chase Hooper. People forget, man. Calvin Kattar has lost so many fights, and he's just so mid, and he gets hit a lot. This should be like a minus 500 favorite. I'm picking Steve Garcia. That's an easy pick, man. I'm confident in that pick. Steve Garcia, round 2, TKO. You heard it here first, folks. Co-main event, Stephen Thompson versus Gabriel Bonfim. Man, Stephen Thompson is 42 years old. This is elder abuse. This should be illegal, man. Why even have this fight? I'm picking Gabriel Bonfim. This is like the caretaker that abuses your grandfather at the nursing home. The caretaker is Gabriel Bonfim, and your grandfather is Stephen Thompson, who should have retired a long time ago. He should have retired after the Burns fight. He should have retired after the Buckley fight, especially after the Buckley fight. I don't know why he's doing this, man. He's going to get hurt. Gabriel Bonfim's going to beat him bad. Yeah, don't pick Stephen Thompson. This is elder abuse, and Stephen Thompson's kids should sue Gabriel Bonfim for elder abuse. That's all I'm going to say. Gabriel Bonfim's going to win. I'm picking him. Next fight, the main event. Derek Lewis versus Talison Teixeira. This fight is ending in the first round. I hope so. I think so. It could be another boring stare-down fest, a staring contest, like the Ngannou fight with Derek Lewis. A part of me wants to pick Derek Lewis, but I've seen Derek Lewis give up so many times and just crumble into a ball. I'm picking Talison Teixeira because I am hopeful for a new heavyweight prospect. I'm hopeful for a big 6'8". It says he's 6'7". He's like 6'8". The guy's big. He's like the same height as Volkov. But I did say you got to watch out for the inside leg trips for Derek Lewis, and you got to watch out for the big overhand right. The big overhand right will be the shot that knocks him out if he gets knocked out. But I think Talison Teixeira has big, powerful kicks, and I think he's going to beat Derek Lewis. So that's why I'm picking him. The bookies are siding with me on this one, so yeah, Talison Teixeira, first round knockout. It's a coin flip, to be honest. It's a coin flip with this one. If Talison loses, I'm going to be thinking like, oh my God, I should have fucking known. But I'm going to pick him nonetheless. That's my picks. We've got him here. Final predictions: Klein, Davis, Walker, Mora, Matthews, Curtis, Tafa, Petrino, Charrier, Garcia, Bonfim, Teixeira. I think those are some good picks. The pick that I am the least confident with is the Matthews Nujikani pick. But I'm going to keep my eye out on that one. So, yeah. We'll find out 2 nights from now. That's all I've got. Peace out. Subscribe, motherfuckers.